My name is Roderick Pijls. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm a professional kite surfer. I've been traveling so much around the world. I've seen Europe quite a bit, but I never did a tour through the Alps.
Hey, Benny!
Roderick, long time no see.
It's been a while.
Welcome to the Alps.
Man, we don't have this in the Netherlands, huh? In the Netherlands we only have a pancake. We don't have this. I think it's been 7 years now that I'm riding Flysurfer. It's my first time here at the headquarters. I'm feeling pretty ashamed.
But I can tell you there are for sure more Flysurfer riders who have never been here.
Really?
So, yes.
Are you gonna be my guide today?
Yes. Let's go in and show you around.
Nice!
Flysurfer is part of the Skywalk group.
Yeah.
And the Skywalk group consists of Skywalk paragliders, which you can see here.
And then we are at Flysurfer.
So, yeah, here we have the SOUL ², but you know the SOUL ². And then this whole wall is basically the road to Olympics. My first big project was the Sonic Race. And then with the DMG, which was the successor of the Sonic Race, we experimented with different materials and also the glass fiber sticks. And then we have still one more brand, the mix between Skywalk and Flysurfer.
Yeah, true.
Flare. I'm sure you have seen some flare wings flying around the Dutch coast.
I might have flown one myself as well.
We do everything in-house, just not the production.
Yeah.
So we are changing prototypes here, but we are not producing prototypes.
Okay.
I've prepared some new toys for us.
Oh, really?
Yes. We were working on the new SOUL for a few months now. Actually, last year, 1.5 years.
Sick.
And now it's ready. Yeah, the new one is a nice update, but the overall concept still the SOUL like we know it.
Really cool.
I checked the forecast, so we can have a session on the lake.
Nice. Lake Chiemsee, home spot, here we come.
It's really like super glassy here in the front, but as soon as you go 50 meters out, it's windy.
Oh man, it was actually really nice. We had a sick session at Chiemsee, Lake Chiemsee, next to the headquarters of Flysurfer. Let's hit the road to Switzerland. We're gonna call Stan and he's gonna make a plan for us.
It's very often in Switzerland that we have light wind.
Really?
But it's super consistent, we don't have a lot of waves, and for us it's really important that we have foil kites.
So here we are on the spot.
Yeah.
You see the really nice color of the lake and the cliffs there with the small church up there.
Oh, whoa, yeah. Do you think we can almost kite next to it?
For sure.
That would be sick.
You see the white cap already there?
Yeah.
I think it's on.
Let's hit this.
Yeah.
Boom! So cool! The day was really good. Quite a spectacle with all the locals. And now, glass of red wine, bonfire, barbecue. What else do we need?
I was happy on the 7th, he was happy on the 18th. Everything was good, eh?
Life is great, man. Life is great.
You like it?
I love it.
What's the plan for tomorrow?
Oh, Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for that. I don't know, to be honest. I'm gonna ask Stan. If you're looking for cruising, enjoying nature, Switzerland is the place to be. At these kind of spots, it doesn't really matter to do the sickest tricks. It's just looking at the mountains and just having a good time. We just cruised along the beautiful lake. We went all the way downwind, all the way upwind, met up with some sailing boats. Yeah, it's beautiful. I don't know. Stan, I have a question.
Yeah.
I was riding Fusion bar. I saw you had like something special in your hands.
Yeah, I was riding the sync bar.
Yeah.
I developed together with Flysurfer. I developed carbon kite bars for 10 years now. When there was this Olympic project with the VMG3 at 2024, they also want to include a competitive racing bar.
Yeah.
So they asked me, I was already part of the family, and then I really stepped into the R&D team.
So what would you recommend for people riding the SOUL?
For the SOUL, I mainly recommend the FUSION² because it's so versatile. It's really compact as well. So many options to choose between line lengths. For the majority of the riders, it's the FUSION².
Thanks for all the information, man. What's the plan next? What are we gonna do?
We're heading off to France.
Yeah.
A long drive now.
Okay.
But it's worthy because it's a really nice lake, and to a developer who spent a lot of time in the summer there and testing our gear.
So should we get a cup of coffee and then hit the road?
Yes.
Let's go.
We take that long drive down to Oxford, a cheap trip.
We are here with the local heroes. There's one walking. Theo, Theo, say hi. Then we have our local girl.
Wunderschön.
And then we have another local hero. Hopefully the wind's gonna fill in even more so we can do some freestyle. Yeah, and then it's time for un pain au chocolat ou un petit croissant. Let's go.
It was a lot of fun with the 7 meter and the foil.
It's crazy what a big range it has.
I think this is one of the things that changed a lot over the last years in foil kites and in kite foil in particular is the range. It's like you can go much lower in light winds and you can take a lot more power.
With the SOUL, you always have a good connection to the kite, you always know where it stands, but still when you give input to the kite, even depowered, you can feel that the kite got the information and is turning.
Yeah.
Faut pas prendre les photos à ce moment-là. In the past, if you wanted to have more depower, then you would lose the stability. And so a big part of the work is that how can you get less power while maintaining the stability?
Okay. What do you change on a kite to get it more stable, to push it to the extremes?
It's actually quite complicated because with the same airfoil shape, you can get completely different kites from the way you manage the sail tension. For instance, the below shaping is super sensitive, like a few millimeters here and there, and you have a completely different wing. We're building up this new simulation tool, And the idea is to be able to simulate all kind of kites, paragliders.
Simulating on the laptop, on the computer?
No, we have a supercomputer.
So you use that for the SOUL⁴ to create it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the idea is not to do less prototype. It's more often we get the prototype, it doesn't fly as expected most of the time.
Yeah.
And so we trim it and then it flies better.
Yeah.
And then going back to the computer, I try to simulate the kite with the trimming. And then like, okay, so we changed the canopy curve a bit. We changed the angles in the different profiles. And from these changes, then I can try and figure out what worked and why it worked. So it's quite technical, and we try to bring those like more scientific computing tools towards the kite design. And that's actually a super interesting challenge.
If you're looking towards the future, what's your goal in developing like kites?
I think there's still a lot more work to do on the foil kites, and especially make them more accessible even in the stronger winds.
Yeah.
Because now I think it's quite common knowledge that foil kites are better for light wind. It's hard to debate this, and now it has gone mainstream.
Yeah.
But now the question is like, will foil kites become a thing in stronger winds? I'm convinced of this, but I still think there's a way to go to make them very accessible for stronger winds.
Yeah.
It was really nice to catch up with you, Stan, Tom. It was a really good day, to be honest.
I don't know what this guy is talking about.
Tschüss.
It's been 30 minutes you've been on the phone. What's up?
Yeah, there's a friend of mine asked me if I have a foil kite to give to him to try a soft kite.
Well, where are they?
They are at Lake Como.
So let's go there. Why not?
You keen?
I mean, I have a really nice playlist on my phone. Spotify. We put a playlist on,
But you know what? Italy we have not visited yet.
and they have really good coffee
Yeah.
and ice cream. We have a warm welcome. There's wind. There was a dude who normally riding tube kites. He was pretty interested in trying a foil kite, so we gave our foil kite to him, the SOUL⁴.
Nice.
Yeah, he enjoyed it. So that's always really nice that that after so many years developing and after putting so much effort in it, that you just can give the kite to a random person who never flew a foil kite or a soft kite, and he's actually enjoying it. So yeah, that was I think that was a little highlight of today. So hopefully tomorrow morning we're gonna have maybe a sunrise session. If not, then just a normal session, and then we're gonna continue our road towards Austria. Pretty quiet this morning, but it's nice. Have a morning swim, Lago di Como. No tourists, except for myself. We met quite a lot of different people, like from people that we already know from the Flysurfer family, but also like locals and complete strangers. But everyone that's on the water is just fully stoked. In Germany, in France, in Italy, in Switzerland. So that's something that sticks out a little bit. And everyone is conscious about nature. Those two things. So it's pretty cool to see.
Look at the lake.
Oh, should we go kiting there?
Look,
You even have little horses there.
the wind. You think it's enough?
For sure, man. Look, we have the SOUL.
We have the SOUL 15.
We're on a foil, easy.
Long lines.
You're gonna make it, man.
You should do it.
Me?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, so you can go.
so happy that everything worked out.
I saw in your eyes you were getting really sparkles in the eyes.
It was epic. It was really cool. Maybe one of the most difficult light wind conditions I've ever ridden in. So with the SOUL, it was quite pleasant. And for me, it's really important that there's always like an adventure or just like variety. For me, the trip ends here.
It was a pleasure that you joined me for a couple more days. I'm gonna drop you at the train station and I'm off for Austria.
Ready for a sunset session?
I'm so ready for a sunset session or swim. You can decide. But I mean, it's a good way to finish the trip. I didn't swim so far. We are here in Trouwenswijk together with the Mr. himself, Joel Gruber. I mean, the wind looks good. We're having a 12 and a 15, SOUL number 4. It's time to get out, time to get wet. Yalla!
Yeah, I'm now 25 years in this sport and I went through all versions of the SOUL. Benny developed the kite for his wife at the beginning. That's the story.
Really?
Yes. And it was always the session saver for everyone. Since I stopped competing, it was like, okay, I was really missing these SOUL sessions. In the development, it was always like, okay, to get the kites definitely better, because if I'm the last one out on the water, because my equipment is performing the best, also skills, but it's like also depends really on the equipment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was not just about the race course, it's also in general, just to have good performing sports equipment.
Thanks for the good fight, man. Thanks for the good session. I'm glad for the road trip. Some part really astonished me that I think, this is really what I don't have at home. 5 countries in 8 days. We did Germany, Switzerland, Italy, France and Austria. We were on an adventure, we were having fun, we were exploring stuff without having to worry that what if the wind drops, what if the wind gets stronger. It doesn't matter because, I mean, with the SOUL we could easy manage. Life is great, man. What a time to be alive. But now it's time for freaking Weiss beer and some schnitzel. Now we're gonna do everything again, but just for the food.
Yeah.
Il biglietto non è leggibile. Introdurre il biglietto o attendere l'intervento, grazie. Si prega di non scendere dal veicolo.
Hey, that's a good picture. Ist egal, es bleibt mir nicht bei Deutschen.
Il biglietto non è leggibile.
The frog.
Yeah, the really cool guys never show you this, but good morning, Stan. How are you?
Really good.
How are your German dialects now after Swiss, Austrian, Bavarian?
So to be really honest, like Deutsch, I really understand. I think I can speak, but Schweiz, I don't know how you say it.
Good guy, huh?
Well, I don't understand anything from that. What a sick trip, and it's a wrap.